Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your halftime show for the early halftimes on Sunday, November 13th, week 10 of the NFL season. Jay should be with me shortly. I just sent him over the link. That's why he's probably a little bit late, but I know he'll be here. Loves doing the halftimes. And kind of an odd thing today. The reason these halftimes, the timings just seems off, right? They just seem way staggered. And here's Jay is with us. These halftimes, the times of the games just seem off. That's why I started a little bit later today, even though the Lions were at the half. We had like 6 and change to go in some of these games. So, the Kansas. I have my big play of the day. My $15 to Kansas is the Kansas City Chiefs, and I know on the morning show a lot of the guys were really skittish on this game, but I don't know, man. I see 65-0 here, and I see the Chiefs have not played their best football. And I mean, they're walking through the Jaguars in this one. It's 14-0. It could easily be 35-0. I mean, is it all those points that they've left out there that, are the problem? Or is it just, it doesn't matter? They know they can win for fun.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. They're kind of mucking around, but yeah, I said on the morning show the right side to be on with the Chiefs. I was a little skeptical, like you said, but I think they continue to smash down the Jags. I told them I'm done with them.
We got the Bears and the Bears and the Lions are the only game officially at the half. It's the Bears minus 2.5. So basically the line that it was for the game. The money line, the Lions plus 115, the Bears minus 135, 23.5 on the total, 10.5 for each team on the team totals.
You mean the Bears? I think they found a little life. Look at Josh Allen. Oh my goodness, he's nice.
I think I'll take the Bears as well. I think I like the Bears team total over too at 10.5, but minus 130 on that, so a little high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people on the Packers today. It just seems like an odd amount of people on the Packers. Kind of like some of these other games. I think that strategy seems to work better earlier in the year, and then when you get into November, December, and it's business time, the good teams
are exactly.
The good teams take care of business. They treat them as the business trip. You see less sloppy play and more definitive results. Coaches getting fired, those sorts of things. And I think that I think LaFleur could be in trouble in Green Bay actually, because he was out of favor with Rodgers for a long time anyway. And now that you're not winning, that makes it really hard to stick around. If you're not winning and your quarterback hates you, yeah, you're probably in trouble.
Probably.
I don't think it's going to be too hard because what's going to happen next is Aaron Rodgers is going to be, I want out again. Rod was mentioning Tom Brady to San Francisco, but I think Aaron Rodgers is a much more logical fit there.
Yeah, maybe Rodgers to Tampa and Brady to San Fran.
It's possible, but we got the Saints moving here down the field, touchdown. Looks like it's going to be 10-10 at the half. So that
they stay hitting my dude Olave hard.
Yeah. Juwan Johnson with the touchdown there. The Giants leading the Texans. We've got the Dolphins really taking it to the Browns here, 17-7, but the game's not that close. Patrick Mahomes just once again, just a leisurely walk in the park, and the Jags are cheap shotting the crap out of the Chiefs in this game. The refs let them get away with it on the Juju Schuster hit. He is out for the game at this point.
That was actually one of the worst ones I've seen this year. Like
they didn't even call the penalty on that.
It should have been. And it was
it's crazy. But the Kadarius Toney acquisition paying gigantic dividends. This guy's just simply a freak in space. So he ran into the end zone the last 10 yards on one leg, just tiptoeing down the sideline.
Yeah, Tony, I like him.
Here's Patrick Mahomes casually scrambling for 30 yards. But there's a flag on the play. It'll be interesting to see what it is. Looks like they're walking backwards. So.
Yeah, Bears second half. Yeah, the Knicks did get smashed today. Yeah, got me on that one.
Premium pick on the Thunder buddies over here.
Yeah, I didn't have a premium on the game, but I gave them out on the jam session. So
I I had premium on the Thunder Buddies. I just had a feeling about that one. It's kind of like they had lost a bunch of games, then it was time for them to get back, it's time to get back on. You thought it was a game early to get back on.
Yeah.
But usually you want to be about a game early.
Yep. Bills, another touchdown. They're putting it on them.
Well, it's 24-10. It's not a runaway by any stretch.
Second half, I'm going Bills. It's finna be a runaway.
I'm taking Vikings second half. I think the offense has been affected.
I'm going Bills. They run away second half. Every time they touch the football, they're driving.
Running for cover in Denver. Throws it into the end zone and not picked off. 3 Titans defenders run into each other, or else that one's picked off. Second down here for the Chiefs. Let's see what's happening. Mahomes, so he throws it over the middle. I think the Chiefs are going in here for another touchdown. I mean, they're just making it look way too easy. I think Doug Peterson ends up at like the North Texas State job or something. I really don't see him last. I don't see him lasting too much longer here. First down, Chiefs. I mean, they've played. Pacheco fumbled on the 7-yard line. They gave up an onside kick to start the game. They're still winning 14-0, and they're in the red zone here with 43 seconds left to go in the first half. It's going to be 21-0 at halftime, and they haven't played well. I would say the Jags are in big trouble there. Denver up now 10-0 on Tennessee.
I got Denver money line in that one. I just thought it was a good spot.
Well, Dolphins. The Dolphins are now at the half, so let's see if we got a line on that. Detroit and Chicago are back on the field.
Oh, Chicago Bears.
There we go. So the Dolphins are -0.5 against the Cleveland Browns. The line in this game was 3.5. The Dolphins are up by 10, but they are working them over here. I think that's another one where the score not really indicative as to how one-sided the game is. See, the Vikings are moving here in space, when they get in space, but Cook just gives himself up there.
And that Dolphins, I guess I can't get behind the
There's Travis Kelce
Browns
standing all by himself in the corner of the end zone. You don't want to – it's not Kelce. It's actually the other tight end. It is Gray just standing there in the corner of the end zone. Basically could have been selling hot dogs. There was nobody near him. I mean, there was nobody.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was big. It's like, there's no one within 10 yards of him.
Yeah.
There's nobody covering him. It's like the sad jump by the safety, who's 10 yards away was the ball as a Patrick Mahomes zip. Like that's going to work,
Right.
against Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs missed the extra point. It's 20-0 in Kansas City. The Jags do get the ball to start the second half. They have 46 seconds here to turn the ball over and give the Chiefs another chance for points. The Jags have had a few 4th and short, and they've punted in every situation. They just don't want to chance giving Patrick Mahomes the ball on the Jags. Robo has been critical of them in this game for doing that, and Jim Nantz. But it's like you don't want to. It's like you give Patrick Mahomes the ball on the 30-yard line, you're going to get fired. It's like Peterson knows he'll get fired.
Saints tied it up.
Yep, they did. That was that touchdown to Juwan Johnson that he just had. So we should get a good second half line on that game. That actually helps us. And here it is. It's the Steelers -1. It's the original line, but it's even money on this one.
I like the Steelers. I got them full game. I got them on a couple parlays, so
I like them as well.
The Steelers.
I took the Dolphins in this game against the Browns, and I just figured if they're going to cover the 3.5, you might as well lay 6.5 because they have not been able to cover in that 3.5 range. I just figured if they're going to cover 3.5, might as well bring it up 6.5.
Same thing with the Bills. The Bills are that too. Like they're either going to blow you out or they're going to lose. There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground. But the Vikings are 3-point teams, so I could see them coming back here.
Maybe.
I could see it.
Waiting on a line in that one.
Oh, the Lions 3 and out to start the second half. and pretty good punt there, but he outkicked the coverage, as they say. Gets it out to about the 25, so the Bears will start there.
Chicago Bears.
A bunch of other games now at the half. The Texans and the Giants. Giants minus 2.5, but minus 125 on that. In that one.
Texans playing them pretty close. I don't see no reason why they can't cover the original number and keep this one close. Just Texans a scrappy team. Giants are an okay team. I mean, they're a good team, but they're not like one of the best teams in the league. And they're not going to pull away from a lot of teams, in my opinion. I think the Texans keep that one close.
I'm going to stay away from that one. The total is 20 in that thing. I'm good. It's like, I don't love it. The Jags throw one deep over the top on the Chiefs. They complete it. Do they have any timeouts? That was a big play. They're going to have a shot at a field goal here. They're down at the Kansas City 25 or at the 30 with 26 seconds left. They're replaying it. No, that's a catch all the way. That is Marvin Jones.
Dolphins and Browns, I'm seeing a pick 'em. Give me the Dolphins. They continue to wax them.
I showed Dolphins minus a half there, but it could be changing. So the Bills are minus 2.5 here against the Vikings for the second half. And the money line is minus 140 for the Bills, which is a better bet than minus 2.5 at minus 120, which is where they're at. And the Dolphins are the Vikings plus 120 on the money line for the second half. I know we're on opposite sides. I'm going to take the Vikings on the money line here.
I'm going to continue to roll with the Bills. I think today is just stomp down day in the NFL. Chiefs stomp down, Bills stomp down, Cowboys stomp down. Like you said earlier, this is just the time of the year where good teams separate. Dolphins are going to stomp down.
Trevor Lawrence just takes off on a big run. They're about at the 10-yard line here. Looks like a timeout for Jacksonville. So trying to get points on the board, and then they get the ball for the start of the second half. The Chiefs, they got to hold them to the 3. Yeah, about the 10-yard line. So that's the only game that hasn't gone to the half. No, Denver and Tennessee has not gone to the half. Tennessee just drops one. Number 81 just drops one right in his hands. Definitely some odd officiating going on today. They saying, they're letting them play, but you got to be consistent.
I see that Bills dropped to 1.5. So
that ball was dropped. That ball was behind the Titans receiver there.
Could honestly see Green Bay beating Dallas today. I don't know how you see that. I don't know where you see that at.
Who says it?
Kyle in the comments.
Yeah, I would love to hear how. All these people are saying it, and I'm seeing the line move and all that other stuff, but we've seen that in so many games this year and so many times. We saw it with the Saints against the Ravens, right? Right?
That one caught me. Yeah, I fell for it that game. I fell for that one.
No, we've seen it with the Jags a bunch of times. We've seen it with so many times this season. But I'll tell you one thing, man. What we're seeing from the Packers this year is they're just a bad team. And I think that's the issue. They're just a bad team. Oh, they don't have one guy on the team that can catch.
For me, I don't care if there's a ton of money on Green Bay. Like that doesn't.
Titans get a first down here. They're threatening here right before the half to get some points on the board. The Jags at 2nd and goal from the 5. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, throws it into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Jaguars.
Same thing I tell people all the time. The books lose too. Sharps lose too.
Oh, they lose all the time.
Exactly. That's what I be trying to tell people. I think they fail to realize that.
Oh,
the public wins also. I hate to tell you.
Oh, they 50% of the time. 50%. It's 50%. It's 50-50. It has nothing to do with any of this stuff. This is what average bettor and the casual bettor do not understand. That it's like it has nothing to do with any of that stuff. it all has to do with maximizing your return on your bets. If you ever hear me, I'm always like, I'm going to lay 6.5 instead of 3.5. I'm going to do this instead of this. I'm always trying to maximize the return on every bet. I'm taking the money line, but usually not on the little ones. I'm taking it where I see plus 175, plus 215, like TCU last night, right? It's like you have to always take advantage of those because it's going to be, the breaks are going to go for you. They're going to go against you. But it's like, if you can hit those, it's like winning 2 games, instead of 1. So it's like if you go 50-50, it's like winning 3. It's like winning 2 and losing 1. So it's like that's how you make money. That's how I've built my bankroll over the years. Is doing it that way. It's always finding the value. So like all the games that I have today, I could tell you, I could read off. I bet all the games today. I can tell you, I didn't bet one with the straight line.
You didn't? Oh,
I don't believe so. I don't believe I did. Let me check. I'll read off the lines that I have. So I laid the Bears line was 2.5. I laid it off at 3 for plus 102. For the Dolphins, I have it at 6.5 at 144. For the Vikings, I have 6.5. For the Titans, 2.5 because it is a good number. For the Chiefs, I took it to 13.5. The Cowboys, I have it at 11. So it's like not every game, but I would say most of the games. And my original Cowboys bet before you talked me into that was at 6.5 at plus 123. So I already had it extended. I just didn't go to 11 until you talked me into it. Forced me. You forced me to do it.
Hey, it's a good spot to be, man. I think we would shake them boys today.
Believe me, if I didn't have it, I'd be regretting it.
I like the Texans second half as well.
Look at this. The Chiefs fumble the kickoff from the Jags. And the Jags are going to line up for a field goal here to close out the half. It's going to go from 20-7 to 20-10 in the last 15 seconds of the half. The Jags are actually going to get a shot at the end zone here. They're probably going to take a throw into the end zone on this one. Yikes. Plus, they get the ball to start the second half. This is a disaster. But it could open up second half betting opportunities, which is always good.
For sure. I don't see that. I see the Texans being scrappy and continue to be scrappy in the second half. The Giants, they don't got a knockout punch. What are they gonna do? Run the ball for the rest of the game?
That's what they do, though. That's what they do.
I know, but I don't think they can run into a significant lead. I think the Texans can hang around. So,
well, the Jags have a chance to hit the field goal here in the last 15 seconds of the half to cut the lead in half, and they missed it. They missed the chip shot field goal, and that's
typical
why
Jags.
Yeah, and this is why guys like Doug Peterson always get fired.
Typical goddamn Jags.
Yeah,
that's why I sold all my stock. I told y'all can have the Jags. Just when you think they do the opposite.
Well, the Titans are trying to move here, put some points on the board before the half. That was a big miss. The Bears are in business here. First and goal for the Chicago Bears after the Lions went 3 and out. Jay and I both took the Bears for the second half. So we're only waiting on the one game here, or the Chiefs, or we're waiting for 2. The Titans in Denver and the Chiefs and Jacksonville lines. Miami's got the ball. They're in business already, moving down the field here.
Today pretty much shaping up exactly how I thought I was. You know how you're waiting on that 1 week every year? I think I'm in the middle of it.
I wait on it every week. That 1 week. And there it is. Cole Kmet. This guy has really emerged as a touchdown scorer in recent weeks. He's got that chemistry going with Justin Fields. He's found the end zone here as the Bears take a touchdown lead, lining up for the extra point. First second half touchdown of the day. And the Dolphins, they're just carving the Browns here. It is, it's an exhibition. One of the more boring games you'll ever see. I thought the Colts-Raiders was going to be a bad game, but actually this Dolphins-Browns could be worse.
Chicago Bears.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. Bear down, Chicago Bears. You're the pride and joy of Illinois. Bear down, Chicago Bears. I think it's actually you're the pride and joy of Illinois. Chicago Bears. Bear down. I think. Oh, and there Mitchell breaking one free against. Oh no, it was a replay. But he's having a monster day here against the Browns. They love that they got rid of Edmonds. Of course, Edmonds' father played for the Dolphins. Farrell Edmonds, tight end. He's got 3 kids in the NFL. It's crazy.
Right.
But the Dolphins are just moved. They are content to just run the football right down the throat of the Browns. Tennessee, 16 seconds left to go here. 3rd and goal for Ryan Tannehill and company. This is the problem with Tennessee is that they don't really have the primary wide receiver, and the tight end doesn't have the hands of some of the tight ends that they've had in the past.
You think they go back to Willis or what? You think they ride Tannehill out this one?
Oh, you're 5-3 on the season. It's like you go here, you 6-3. If you can grab the win here, you got to go with Tannehill. He's your guy. He got you there.
I'm seeing Chiefs -2.5 second half. Come on now, books. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, let's see if they let us bet it.
Come on now.
Yep, they did. They obviously don't watch the game. I think there's a lot of Jaguar money out there on this game.
So, yeah, and that's another thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. It's just a numbers game. Like, a lot of the books, they're just analytically spitting numbers out, and the system can be wrong. Like,
the Titans are in the end zone here to end the first half. It's a Tannehill touchdown pass. See, this is what Malik couldn't do last week. And, yep, both gets both feet down, and it's a touchdown. And the Dolphins, another touchdown. Man, that is the other guy, Mostert.
Mm-hmm.
Once he gets the corner, that's it. He's actually super deceptively fast. Once he gets the corner on you, it's normally a very, very big gain. He got through the middle and then around the corner, and he went into the end zone. Not one person touched him from like 20 yards out. Dolphins putting one on the Browns in this one. Ryan Tannehill, the Titans. So the Steelers look like, that's a replay. So it's Miami 24, Cleveland 7, Chicago 17, Detroit 10. Buffalo kicking off to the Vikings just now. Jay and I on opposite sides. We're on the same side on most of the games today, except for this one. The Texans and the Giants, I'm indifferent in that game. We're on the opposite side on Tennessee and Denver. I have Tennessee in that one.
And I'm going to take Denver.
I just think that it's good. I think I got it at 2.5, and I just think it's a 3-point game one way or the other. So I just like my chances with the home team. That's really what that came down to.
I felt like at 2.5, they were telling me that the Broncos, if this game was on a neutral field, the Broncos would win it.
No, if it's a neutral field, it's basically a push. But Denver doesn't do much with the kickoff there. Gets pretty much crushed. So here's the Vikings opening up the second half, and they were effective when they were throwing the ball to Jefferson. And Dalvin Cook has found some running room in this game, but they haven't really been able to slow down the Bills' offense. The Giants 2nd and 2 from about the 30-yard line. So we're only waiting on this Denver Titans second half. So let's see if they move that Chiefs line. No, they moved the juice up now on the Chiefs at 2.5. I got it early, so Chiefs over 13.6. Oh, team total. I have it at 13. I like it. I like the over 2 touchdowns. I'm telling you, the Chiefs have left probably 21 points on the board, on the field in this game. the non-hit on Juju was going to be a touchdown drive. I mean, they were marching right down the field. The non-call on that. But I think the Chiefs are generally mad about that. The Vikings are moving here on this Bills defense. I think this game's going to be close in the end. I think it's going to be a field goal game.
Think so?
Oh, yeah. The Vikings are good. Kirk Cousins isn't, he's probably not going to win it for you, but he can get you close. He can break your heart, line you up for that final 53-yard field goal that, hits the upright or something. That's what they do. They'll probably miss an extra point, the Vikings. Kirk Cousins throwing it out in the flat, Dalvin Cook wide open, and he just throws it behind him. Steelers are back on the field here against New Orleans. We're just waiting, and Denver is now at the half, so we should be able to get some kind of action here.
I see that to pick them, and the Chiefs went to -3 plus 100.
I like it better there than where I got it at -2.5. I would way rather have the even money. I might have to bet it again just on principle. Yeah, the Titans are -0.5, but plus 110 for the second half. The Broncos plus 0.5 at -130. The money line, though, is the Titans -120. So it's 30-cent differential each way. The Broncos even money or even up. Pick them at plus 100. The game is tied. Oh, no, Denver's up 10-7. So it could end here, a 3-point differential. I'm taking the Titans. I'm there anyway, and I might as well ride this horse into the ground, as they say. Why not?
If they're gonna give me even money on the Broncos second half, they just went away, so now it's just even. I still like the Broncos second half, even though it probably, like you say, ends right here on this 3 points. Broncos win it by 3.
I think the Titans win it.
You do? I don't.
Oh yeah. Well, I took them for the game, so I have to believe that. And
big play here for the Giants.
Kirk Cousins makes the big play for the Bills here, throws the interception. That's what he does. The Vikings were moving down the field, and Cousins thwarts the drive. The Giants go in. Big play here against the Texans for the touchdown.
Come on, Houston.
14-3 for the Giants. Dolphins defense really showing up here against the Browns. Not a lot of room here for Jacoby Brissett, and not a lot of room for Nick Chubb. I think the Jaguars missing that field goal at the end of the half is going to loom large too.
Third cousin. Bear down, Chicago Bears.
3rd and 8 for the Browns here. The only game that's not in a commercial or at the half. Brissett back to pass. Throws it over the middle. How is that? Oh, dropped by Peoples-Jones. He's mad. It looks like there's a flag, though. Could be on the Dolphins. It just seems that we're at that point of the season where the coverage is tight. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the Dolphins. I like roughing the passer if you make it count. I don't mind a roughing the passer. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Well, that was worth it. See, that's worth it. It's like, I always think that a first quarter roughing the passer is when you want to do it.
Yeah.
Set the tone, That's the way the Hurricanes used to do it in the glory days, Open the game under Jimmy Johnson, 15-yard roughing the passer within the first 2 or 3 plays, set the tone. See, that's before your time, Jay, but you would have loved it. We knocked out 13 quarterbacks in one season. 13 quarterbacks,
That's
1
crazy.
year.
That's
One
crazy.
of them was Troy Aikman when he played for Oklahoma before he transferred to UCLA. Broke his leg. Second play of the game. But all right. Well, everything's at the half. We've got all of our bets in. I think we're good to go. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you guys tonight. It's going to be a thriller. The Chargers and the 49ers. I'll tell you what, if the Packers-Cowboys game is within 7 points, will come on for halftime of Packers Cowboys. If it's within 7, if it's outside of 7, we'll see you guys tonight. Make it a winning night. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Peace out.